What's up, my Omi homies and fellow NFT collectors? I want to talk to you guys today about selling NFTs on a much overlooked platform in this space, eBay. It's almost been a year now since eBay began allowing sellers to sell NFTs on their platform. And recently, eBay has commented that they may begin taking cryptocurrency as a form of payment on their website because they say publicly that they want to become the marketplace for Gen Z and millennials. But at this time, there's really not a lot of people selling NFTs on eBay, and that could be an opportunity for us to make some extra money. So in eBay's initial rollout of the ability to sell NFTs on their website, they said that in the short term, the NFT inventory will be provided by trusted sellers who meet high standards. So if you're a new eBay seller, you won't be able to sell NFTs right away in the NFT categories. However, I'll show you that there are workarounds, there's ways around that where you can sell the NFTs in other categories even if you are a new seller. So it's going to be important for us to talk about which categories you're going to be able to sell your NFTs in on eBay. I won't go into how to set up an eBay account yourself if you don't have one already. It's pretty self-explanatory. Previously, you would have to have a PayPal account to match up with your eBay account, but now eBay doesn't use PayPal anymore, so you don't need that. However, to get paid from your eBay sales, you will have to link up your bank account with your eBay account. There are two different NFT categories on eBay. One of them is in the art section called art NFTs, and the other one is called emerging NFTs. And if you use either one of these categories, then you'll have to have a blockchain, a contract address, and a token ID. But some people just put in random information in those slots instead, and their listing still goes through. But there are several other categories that people list their NFTs in, and you'll be able to go through the sold listings to find out which ones are most effective, which I'll show you here in a minute. Another one that people use is art or other art. And also trading card singles works really well for NFTs, especially the hero NFTs if you have the physical cards, which we're going to get into more about here in a little bit. So one of the most important things to keep in mind both as a seller and a buyer on the eBay website is the seller's feedback. You want to have good feedback. You of course want to have as much positive as possible, but you also want to have more than just a couple positive feedback so people trust that you're going to deliver on what you're selling. And that's important if you're a new user because I'm going to show you ways where you can actually add some positive feedback to your account to make you look like a better seller for really cheap. Alright, if you are a new seller on eBay and you're not getting any sales because you have zero feedback and you want to buy some cheap feedback, you can actually just go into the search here and type in the word penny. And once you get the word penny, go down to the menu on the left, click on Buy It Now. And then you'll have it separated between price plus shipping the lowest, and you can pretty much pay for one positive feedback for 99 cents each. So maybe you want to pay 20 bucks and get 20 positive feedback, buy 20 pennies, they'll ship them to you. I don't know what you're going to do with the pennies, but each feedback costs 99 cents because 99 cents is now the lowest amount that you can sell something on eBay for. If you're a more experienced eBay seller and you have more than 40 or 50 items listed on the site, then you might want to consider signing up for an eBay store. It's about 25 bucks a month, I believe, and it lets you categorize your listings into different categories. So I plan on starting one for NFTs, and it also allows you to run sales and promotions on your products. So I might list my stuff for higher than usual and then run a 15 or 20% off sale for a week and get more sales that way. So let's talk about what NFTs to sell on eBay and the different ways that you can sell them. The first one I looked up are the VeVe NFTs, and I'll show you guys the best way to research the sales on particular types of NFTs. So in this case we have VeVe NFTs, and this is all the stuff that's currently listed for sale on the market, but it really doesn't tell us anything. What we need to know are the sold items. So I'm going to go over here and click sold, and we're going to take a closer look here. Now on the top left you have all the categories where some of these VeVe NFTs have been sold for in the past 3 months. So what we can do here is we can look at the number of the total sold. It's 222, and then we can go into each category and see which ones have the most success for selling VeVe NFTs. So if we start off with art NFTs, you can see they have 143, and that's probably going to be the top one. Another one is the emerging NFTs, and that one has 66. So you're probably wondering, since this is an NFT category, art NFTs and emerging NFTs are both categories that require blockchain addresses. We'll go in here and look at some of the sold listings to see what these people put in that allowed them to make the listing. So I'm going to go look at the original listing for this 1,000 gems that were sold for $600 just a couple days ago. And if we go into the item specifics, you can see on the contract address, they just put in gobbledygook. And you can also see that they don't have a very attractive description or title, and I'm going to show you guys how you're going to be able to outsell people like this by having better titles and better descriptions on your items. Another set of VeVe NFTs that were sold on eBay today is this Throg collection, and it's a great example of how you can bundle up a whole set and sell it together on eBay. People have been talking about being able to do that on the VeVe app in their market or on IMX in the future, but you can actually already do it now on eBay. So we'll look at that and see what they put in there for the contract address. And you can see in their description they put on there, you must be a VeVe member for me to transfer the NFT. We're going to talk about that, but you definitely want to be very descriptive and let people know that you have to be a member to get the NFT and what exactly it is in the description, which as you can see they don't have very much of the description here, and their contract address is I don't know. Now when it comes to selling the new hero NFTs, there's a little less listed because this is a brand new product, but we're going to do the same thing to research them. We're going to go into sold items. And you can see here that a lot of the items sold are unopened packs. And you can also see that they're probably doing really well with the unopened packs because they have their category here, sealed collectible card game packs, which is a perfect description of what they're selling. However, I want to talk about selling the individual NFTs instead. If you were to sell one of the digital NFTs, of course you have a blockchain address there and a token ID that you can use and put that in one of the NFT categories. However, if you have that physical card, then you can go into the collectibles category, into non-sports trading cards, and you have a lot of people that are flippers that are looking in there for stuff to buy, and you can get great prices on your hero cards by selling them there. So one thing I did when searching hero cards to sell on eBay is I looked up hero misprints, because we know there was several misprints in those first batch of the physical cards that were sent out. And I noticed by looking through the sold listings and even the listings that are currently for sale that people are charging a lot for those misprints. But this is a great way to be able to cash out your NFTs through eBay, where they're sent directly to your bank account after they're sold. Now keep in mind here, these cheap ones say redeemed, so there's a big difference here between the redeemed cards and the unscanned cards. And that's why whenever I make my listings, the first thing I put on the title is unscanned, so people who know what they're looking at know that it comes with the NFT and the physical card. When you do sell one of your hero physical cards, whether it be on eBay or somewhere else, it's important to have good shipping methods to make sure that that card reaches the buyer in great condition. And I want to show you guys how I ship my cards. I overship them a little bit, I overprotect them, and I pay for first class shipping every time. However, if you're selling cheaper cards, especially on eBay, they have some services where it's like $2 to ship through the mail. And of course, if you're not using eBay, you can always ship with stamps if you're only shipping one card. Of course, it's not as safe. This is for really cheap cards, and if you're not using eBay, you want to mark on the envelope non-machinable, because the envelopes that go through with just stamps on will go through sorting machines, and those can damage cards. But I'll show you exactly how I pack my cards, and I've always gotten really great reviews on my shipping. I've done it for a long time. Alright, so this is a Batman of Earth 32 card that I sold last night on eBay for $75, and I'm going to get it ready to ship. I keep all of my cards in soft sleeves. I keep all of the epics and holographics and the top loaders, but even if I was shipping a cheap card, I would put it in a top loader before shipping it. And then the most important part, something that a lot of people don't know about, but people will really appreciate, especially if they're card collectors, is to use this blue painter's tape on the top of your top loader, and that's going to keep that card secure in there, and it's also super easy to remove and doesn't damage the top loader at all. If you use something like Scotch tape, that's not going to come off. You're going to have to scratch it off, and it's going to scratch up the top loader. That top loader is pretty much useless. But if you use this painter's tape, then the top loader is reusable, and it's really easy to get off, and it's easy to put on, and it keeps your card secure through the shipping. The next thing I do when I'm shipping a card is I wrap it up in bubble wrap, whether it's a baseball card, a Pokemon card, or a hero card. I always use one square of bubble wrap and wrap it out just like this. I wrap it all the way up until it's to the end, and then I get me a piece of shipping tape to tape up that one side. And I have my own way of folding up the bubble wrap so that both sides are protected instead of one side. Fold up on one side, then flip it over and fold it back on the other. And then I use two pieces of shipping tape on both ends, and that's going to keep it protected as possible. Now, if you're shipping multiple cards, of course, if it's 4 or 5 of them and these are somewhat valuable cards, I would just use top loaders for them all. Let's say you're shipping like 6 or 7 cards and they're not very valuable. I would take 2 of them and put 2 of those in top loaders, and then the rest I would put in soft sleeves and put in between those top loaders together and then into the bubble wrap and then wrap it up that way. Sometimes I'll also add tissue over this bubble wrap to make it look better. And then lastly, I always use these small orange bubble wrap envelopes for the shipping. Go ahead and put it in there and you peel off the tape, tape it up. Sometimes I'll even put tape on there to make sure that that stays taped. And then if you're shipping from home, you'll have to have a scale. And I can tell you now that if you're using the same method as me to ship 1 or 2 cards, it'll always be 2 ounces, and you always want to round up. Right now I'm at 1.2 or 1.1, that counts as 2 ounces. You always round up whenever you're shipping. So if you use this method, it's going to be 2 ounces every time. You won't even have to measure it. For shipping, at least in the United States, if you're under 16 ounces, you always want to use first class. That's going to be the cheapest option. So you just want to put in the weight. If you're using eBay, my weight is 2 ounces, and if you're using first class, the dimensions don't even matter as long as it's not above this maximum right here, which is really big. And then you'll just purchase your shipping label and print it from home and tape it onto the package and send it off that way. Now, if you're not using eBay and you still want to print your labels off from home and you still want to sell your cards, maybe through Twitter or Discord, you can go to PayPal if you have a PayPal account, and there's a way to print your labels the same way we're doing right here through PayPal and pay that way. And when it comes to selling NFTs on eBay, technically you can sell any type of NFT at all. You just need to be able to market it, and what's nice about eBay is you can use your title and your description to become a salesman and to sell your NFT. I put out a video recently talking about how I get a lot of free NFTs sent to my OpenSea account and other wallets, and sometimes I'll sell those NFTs on eBay because they have some sort of utility or something about them that I think people will find on eBay when searching for NFTs. Somebody who just learned about NFTs and wants to search eBay for that term might be interested in enough to purchase. So I look for things in my OpenSea account that people might be attracted to on eBay, and here's a good example. These are some ApeCoin tokens that were sent to me by a subscriber. He sent over 100 of them, and if you look in the description, you can see that owning these gets you automatically entered into a weekly giveaway for a prize pool of $2,500. So that seems like something that people would be interested in. So I have this listed on eBay for $10 each. Like I said, I have 100 of them, and I already have one watcher, somebody interested in them. And whenever I created my listing, I was able to put in the actual contract address and token ID because that information is available there on OpenSea. You just click on it to copy. Another example is this Trump 24 NFT playing card token that was sent to me after using my methods that I described in my video of how to get free NFTs sent to you. There were actually 100 sent to me. I've sent out some of these to my subscribers, but I currently own 72. And you can see that they're listed here for $71.58 minimum. And even though none of them have ever sold, that's a great selling point for me when I list them for 20 bucks. And somebody goes searching for NFTs on eBay, and maybe they're a Donald Trump fan, they see this for 20, and they also see here where they're selling for $67.51 on OpenSea, and that might make them want to purchase it. So I put it up there for 20 bucks, and if it sells, I have another 71 to sell afterwards. So when it comes to selling your NFTs on eBay, you want to use what advantage you have, and that advantage is the ability to use your title and your description to really sell your item. What I like to do is create a template. This is one I created many years ago, and every time I create a new listing, I just go into one of my old listings and cut and paste it into the new one. And as you can see here, I always use a lot of information here, more than most people from the other listings we've seen. The more information you use, the better. You always want to use really large font. People like to use small font or the default size. The bigger it is, the easier it is for people to read, especially on their mobile devices. And I think it's really important to add information like this down here at the bottom. For me, I put the buyer will simply need to send me their Ethereum address, and I will promptly transfer the NFT to their wallet. If you don't already have an ETH address, you will need to create a MetaMask account and an OpenSea account, then connect or link your MetaMask to your OpenSea account. Your ETH address will appear on the top of your MetaMask wallet or in the top right of your OpenSea account. So we make it very easy instructions for a possible buyer to buy. So that makes them more confident that they're actually going to get the item that they're purchasing. When you're listing an NFT on eBay, you want to make sure you use good pictures, very clear pictures, and you want to use multiple pictures, at least 2 or 3. A lot of people will only put 1 picture on their item, and you want to put as many as you possibly can. Keep in mind, when you're selling hero cards, you do not want to put a picture of the QR code on the back, or somebody would be able to scan it and take that NFT. Another thing to keep in mind is to price your stuff more than you think it might be worth, but also add a best offer option. So I have mine listed here for $99, and one of my cards that did sell was from a best offer of $75, which I thought was fine with me. That's probably the price I was looking for. I put it a little bit higher and waited for the offer to come to me. Alright guys, I've personally been selling on eBay for almost 10 years now as a way to supplement my income, and it's a hobby as well. It's fun to go to the yard sales and find, whether it be Nike Air Jordan shoes or some old concert t-shirt that's worth a bunch of money, buy it for $2 and sell it for $100. So I know about the potential of the platform, and I know that they're trying really hard to attract more NFT sales, and there's really not a lot of people, not a lot of sellers on here that are selling NFTs. You see all these ones right here that are the NFT crypto art. These are all by the same seller, and they're all just something that they created for themselves for free, and they're selling them for $5 or $6 a piece. So I think it's something that I'm trying to get more into, especially with some of these OpenSea NFTs that are sent to me for free that I have hundreds of. If I can sell them for 10 or 20 bucks, that's a whole lot of profit. Alright, my Omi homies and fellow NFT collectors, if you have any further questions about selling NFTs on eBay, feel free to put them in the comments below or contact me on social media, and I will see you guys at the next VeVe drop. Later.